Hello, this is Nathan, better known as CrazyhermitDM, and this is my podcast, The Hermit's Homebrew. Joining me today is Brent from Lang Mini Studios as we talk about Dungeons & Dragons and tabletop gaming. I did kind of want to go over, everyone had a little bit of a narrative arc, or at least step narratively. I do know Ronnie had a little bit of interaction with the noble. And I think if I do remember it, it's been over a month since we've had that one session.
It's been a while. Yeah.
There was some sort of a little bit plot reveal of why, this cog is moving, behind the scenes cog of why this motivation is moving the way it is. I can't remember what it was though that got revealed to her and then of course in very stereotypical Ronnie fashion, of course it's that way. But there was a banter back and forth between the two, heading towards this noble's house and kind of.
Yes, there was. Yeah.
Maybe
I'm
it wasn't.
Gonna be blatantly honest. I don't remember what I said.
Yeah.
So I don't want to give away too much.
Yeah.
I don't.
I do know she asked one or two kind of the way this is really kind of funky the way everything's gone down. Wish I was actually there as a character to react.
Yeah, as a character to bring it up. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because I have a question off that. I can't even remember what it was.
Did we talk about it in the previous episode?
I don't know if we have or not.
Oh shit.
I think we left off the brawl had just finished.
Oh, okay.
And then they were trapped, and then and then he'd been petrified. The brawl had happened. That's where we had left off.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, obviously, then just our previous episode of us kind of covering the two sessions and the one I missed.
That's why you need to have note takers.
I know.
and something kind of happened too. Now that I remember it, I kind of wish that you would have been there to play Ephraim when this happened, because after all of this is going on, the Lord Elperios has been speaking nothing but Elven. And he had a dwarf with him to translate into Dwarven because that's the only shared language amongst the entire group. So he's been speaking.
I was there for that first session where I was kind of translating, and then I was just having fun because my dude's a little gruff and he's, that Dean Winchester. I'm going to simplify it the best I can because I'm not answering this verbatim. Yeah, and I'm going to say this with a little bit of Witcher sass.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I kind of wish you would have been here for this because in the heat of the moment in all of this, Elperios slips into perfect Dwarven and is talking to everybody in Dwarven. So I kind of wish you would have been there to be like, whoa, wait, you've been speaking Dwarven the whole time? What's with the freaking translator, Because I think that would have been kind of a funny interaction because it was just to show I'm in charge here. I have people work for me. So it's going to be on my terms, not yours.
So where did we end up at the end of the session I missed? Then it was after the pit.
Yes, after the pit fell.
And then he ate. So
and then he ate the crystal.
I mean, it could still happen because it's not me metagaming.
True, it's not. Yeah, it's not.
It would be easy of just me kind of not calling him out in front of people because I know he probably wouldn't want to do that, and I'm not going to piss him off, especially at level 2 or 3, and just you're bilingual.
at the very least,
yes.
The
other thing that because we're traveling since we're on Ephraim a little bit, other thing that felt a little bit self-assuring just because of the dice, and it was a nice dice roll, was the noble had actually heard of my sect or my guild or my Witcher sect.
Your branch.
He's like, I've heard of you guys. I don't know anything really about them, but I know them by name.
And that's one of the things that I'm gonna have some fun with is your character's skill and history. Is how much do I give away,
and how much do you make me roll for?
Yeah, well, I'm even if you roll for it and you roll good, how much do I tell you, because these are two separate realms.
Unless I roll
freaking amazing. Yeah,
which is okay. This is something you've studied.
Yeah, and it's got to be one of those things to where you studied it, but how did the person that you read it from, how did they get it?
Yeah.
Because being Svartalheim and being one of the lesser known realms, like people know it exists, obviously, but it's one of the lesser known realms. How did this person either go to Svartalheim? How did they learn it? How did they do all of
That's
this?
one of the funner things, even in real life, is when somebody says something and you just kind of like, how did you know that?
Yeah, like, what? How did? Yeah, exactly. So yeah,
It's
gonna be
plausible.
Yeah,
So
yeah, oh, yeah. Anything is plausible, especially when you can go magic
yes,
and learn something. So
studying.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, what libraries exist?
Mm-hmm.
They still had to write the book. So yeah, so I'm trying to. I want to reward that good role, but I don't want to
Give away your plot.
Yeah, I just don't want to give away everything to where, oh yeah, because
No, and that's a good that's good storytelling in general. And anyone that's like a newer game master, even listening to this, just for background audio while you're crafting or whatever you do while you listen to our podcast, is give those breadcrumbs. You don't want to give them the entire metaphorical pie.
Yeah,
You want to give them a sliver of the pie, or you want to don't give them the entire loaf of the bread. You want to give them breadcrumbs.
Don't give them your DM note just because they rolled a 20. Like, okay, you rolled a 20. All right,
This is the best possible outcome in this situation.
Yeah, you got some information, and you got a name instead of you got a little bit of information. So reward that roll, but don't give away.
There, even in 5e, there are no by rules as written critical successes with skill checks. Yeah, it's just the best possible outcome.
Yep, exactly.
Because one thing I got to give 4e, at least a couple modules that I ran, is there's a couple of them that set DCs that were like out of the realm of possibility of like DC 40.
Yes.
And the highest that you could get is like a 28. And there was one time where I'm a newer DM, and it's 4e, so it was stupid amount of combo abilities to switch. They lined all the optimized abilities up and got that DC 40. And I'm like, what do we get? Or what do we know? And then it's like, well, here, I'll read off what it is. At level 40, you aren't meant to get this, and it has no prevalent history because you guys aren't meant to know this.
You're
and
not
it says this in the actual written notes of like, there's not much written because they aren't meant to know this anyways. It's like, and I'm sitting there with the written module. Well, why did you even include?
Why even include it? Yeah, exactly. I like the idea of the skill thresholds.
Yes.
It's like if they roll a 15, tell them this.
Yeah, I still use that even.
This. Yeah, I like that.
I use that even in now just homebrewing and how I do things. Is like there's a moderately amount of successes with skill checks, unless it's like maybe a physical attribute. But if in a knowledge check, if you roll bad, it's like you don't know much about this, or you don't know anything about it, and then it gradually goes up. Because even then, it's like even in the last campaign, you guys would get like 8 or 9s. And they're like, I don't know anything. I'm like, no, you do.
Yeah, you learned something. Yeah.
You do know these basics.
Yeah, between 5 and 10 isn't a failure.
Yeah.
It's just, rudimentary basic information.
It's like,
once you get into the teens, now you start learning.
That's like saying, it's like I roll, a dungeoneering check in real life. We'll use these metaphors on this car. And then you roll real bad. I know nothing about cars. And it's like, okay, cool. Well, you still know that they have 4 wheels. Yeah. This steering wheel's still going to steer it, and it takes a key to activate it.
Yeah, it runs on gasoline or some sort of petroleum-based fuel. So, like, even if you want to go back to, like, D&D terms and use dungeoneering, you may not know what stone these walls are carved out of. But they're stone and not paper or wood or whatever else.
Yeah, it might give you a tidbit of like, what it's made out of, but you don't know the purpose of what they're using it for.
Yeah, exactly.
But it also then gives that breadcrumb of like, okay, well, it's made of this. These are the very varied possibilities of what this material is usually used for.
Yeah.
Like, it's made out of amethyst. Okay, that's, you'd say, and you're saying, oh, this is used for cleansing rituals or anything like that.
Yeah.
Because like even in like Wiccas in our or Wiccans in our world or real world
Hmm.
use certain crystals for
Yeah.
sage or things like that.
Yeah. Certain crystals give off certain energies, and they can
Mm-hmm.
help with anxieties or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have your bundle of sages, you can light on fire. Your smudge sticks and stuff. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that all does something. You may or may not ascribe to that belief, but
You know this,
you still know it.
or you
Yeah.
may know that sage does this, but with a certain amount of combinations of things,
Yeah.
and I don't know it off the top of my mind. I just know that in Wiccan beliefs, because I've been to a metaphysical store, they have like 20 to or 10 to 20 different types of sage, and it's sage
yeah.
plus this plus this plus this,
Yeah.
right, for different things.
Yeah.
Usually all for cleansing of some sort.
Yeah. And so I don't have training or proficiency in knowledge, religion, Wicca, but I still know enough to go, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I got a 5. I didn't get a 15.
And I think that would be the with knowledge checks, especially in this particular type of situation with a noble that obviously has a lot of hidden motives and is actually
Plots on
and
plots.
also bilingual and picking up on that things. There's still opportunities there to pick up on those things.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
There wasn't too much that happened with Malcolm, and there wasn't too much that happened with Annabelle too much, I don't think.
She did end up casting Entangle again, and it was on part of the whole, and I forget. Oh no, and it was to root a couple more of the
Yeah, she had her Tove moment kind of where
Yes.
she nailed down a couple.
Yeah,
people.
it was a area, it was a battlefield control maneuver, which again worked out really well. 2 of the 3 failed and got stuck.
Yeah. Which I do believe there's combat benefits even in Tales of the Valiant for restrained creatures for melee or something like that. Other than just speed is nothing.
Yeah, they can't move, and I think
it's like disadvantage against like dex saves.
Something like that. But they can still make melee attacks, or they can still attack if they have the appropriate weapon or spell. It's just they can't move and some other stuff. So yeah, she did that, which worked out really well. Rick did a couple of good.
But even narratively,
shots.
I don't think too much happened with her, other
Other
than finding out plot points.
Narratively, no.
I was gonna say the only thing that happened too much with Efren in the session that I was in was he made a deal with the noble and then was able to grant access to the armory because I think I made some sort of deal.
You made it to you agreed that you were the leader of the group, and
it was mentioned that hey, I have more deals to be made, and I think I leveraged it. It's like, well, if you want us to start doing more deals, we need to be outfitted a little bit better.
Yeah. And so he gave you access to
a silvered sword, and then just because I'm playing a Dean Winchester thing, before you kind of described it, I sent you a text. I'm like,
yeah,
can it be pearl handled just like Dean's
his
gun?
Yeah,
because it's like I plan to have this be my go-to sword.
Yeah, and so I was like, okay. And so there's some things that I have planned for every character. I am not gonna do like you do a really good thing of epic destinies or epic paths.
Yeah.
I am not gonna do that because I don't want anyone to become like a god or anything in this setting.
No, and even in whatever campaign I play next, I don't plan to go even that high.
Yeah.
I plan to do a little bit more grounded even. That like unfortunately, unless people really want it, the Overseer campaign is probably the last epic tier campaign I'll be running.
Oh, okay.
Possibly. At least intended.
Yeah. With this campaign, I do intend to get at least up in the high teens. If we get to 20, fantastic. But it's going to be at least.
But I mean, even if it's a standard, D&D book 1 to 15.
Yeah,
I'd be happy with ending at 15.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But instead of doing epic paths or epic destinies, everyone's going to get an item of legacy. To where everyone's going to be different and have different. It's going to be tied towards the classes that they have. It's just you got yours early. So that's what that, because when Ephraim pulled the sword out and felt that thrum of power and then it died down, that was kind of like a hint towards that this has got something going on.
Here I am as a player. I'm like, oh, nice. I got a +1. That's all I thought. I'm like,
no,
oh,
it's
he gave me a +1 sword. Yay!
it's more than that.
Yeah.
And but the thing is, you're not
But
going to have
I'm
access
also-
to it right out of the gate.
Yeah.
You know, you got to.
I'm also, a level 3 character, so I'm trying to keep my
expectations.
inhibitions
Well, yeah,
at that level.
yeah, exactly.
I ain't thinking I'm getting, oh my god, I got a Vorpal Blade at level 3.
Oh, you did not get a Vorpal Blade at level 3. I'm not that stupid.
It'd be still fun.
I'm stupid, just not that stupid. But no, I've got everyone. I've got a plan for everyone, and they're within the next probably, hopefully, 5 or 6 sessions. Everyone's going to get theirs.
Yeah.
And then I will reveal what this deal is.
Yeah. This episode's been brought to you by What's in the Bag? What's in the mystery bag? Relax, adventurers. It's not some grim movie ending. It's better. It's Heimdaller's Mystery Metal Dice Bag, loaded with 20 different styles of heavy, battle-ready metal dice. A random D&D class sticker of 13 possibilities, and a special Heimdall sticker with it. Perfect for your next chaotic moment at the table. So stop guessing, start rolling, find out what's in your bag. Okay, picture this. Your next game session, you drop a full 4-story guild hall on the table. Roof comes off, every floor is playable. It's from Centurion 3D's Guardia collection. Suddenly, bam! Your table goes from not just another session to one of your players will talk about for years. This is the kind of terrain that changes the game. Check out now at centurion3d.com and bring your world to life and bring yourself home your next story to tell about. So, like with these legacy weapons, are they already named off in what you have planned, or is it something that we can name off ourselves or customize ourselves flavorfully?
They're not named.
Like, is it? It's more like I'm thinking like the Hobbit. It's like Gandalf just found the sword. God dang, I'm gonna be very mad at myself for not remembering this. His sword. Glittermane, I think it's called.
Glandering.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, do I know the sword and you don't? Wow.
I know it. It's just like,
yeah, Glandering, and then there's Sting. What I'm kicking myself over is Aragorn's sword that he gets that's reforged.
Yeah.
Because it's called the Flame of the East.
Yes.
But it's
Isildur sword. Sword of
Isildur.
I will admit, even off the top of my head, or even if I don't, I'm not going to claim I know a Isildur sword. I actually don't know the name of. I just know Gandalf's, and I just blanked on the name.
Yeah, okay.
Isildur sword is Narsil.
Narsil, the shards of Narsil, but then it gets reforged and it gets a new name. It's not Narsil anymore.
Oh, after Narsil is reforged, it's then called Anduril.
Anduril, yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, Glandering. All right, cool. I was right. All right. I was about to revoke my own.
Sorry, we don't usually pull out the phones unless we're fact checking ourselves on air. Usually over
stupid asinine things that don't matter.
But it's only usually things that it's like I'm beating myself up because as a fan of this fandom, I should know, and I do know.
Yeah,
it's just I have so much nerd stuff up here.
Yeah, because one time I remember Tove and I were out with some friends, and then friends of friends that we didn't know them, but we knew this friend, whatever. And the Hobbit came up, and then the guy mentioned, he's like, "Oh, what's the stone that they find in the mountain? That's the white one that glows." And Tove just goes, "Oh, the Arkenstone," and he's like, "How did you pull that out?" I'm like,
she knows it. I know she knows it.
And I'm like,
because
there's a reason I married her.
She brought that up multiple times. I just know she knows that name by heart.
Yeah, exactly. And so I'm like, dude, who'd you think I married? I'm like,
I got in the
come on.
same debate at work, and I actually they have a trainee there, and she was talking about Lord of the Rings, and I say it's usually a movie that I watch at least once a year, if
Oh,
not
yeah.
multiple times.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't read the books yearly like some people, but I do read them, you know, every couple of years.
Yeah.
Or try to.
Yeah.
But she thought the movies were complete trash and that they do the books no justice. I'm like, I agree on half of
okay.
I agree with half.
Okay. All right.
And yeah, because it got me in my first responder job to turn
It's
away
like,
from my desk.
What did you just say? Yeah.
I'm like, first off, those are fighting words, the way you started that off. Secondly, I agree with the second half of that statement. They do not do the books justice as what they do.
However,
but the movies are very good.
They are.
And I go, and they cleaned up some parts of the book, such as the Tom Bombadil chapters that are really well written and really great, but they have nothing to do with the plot.
With anything. Yeah.
It's just like a 3-chapter side adventure.
Yeah, like, who is this guy and why does he
And
matter?
why is he married to the big-chested avatar of summer?
Yeah, it's like, where... what? Huh? Yeah, so... Yeah, it's...
And I think Matt Colville covers it in a couple of his videos. He goes, he thinks that Tolkien was obviously planning something with Tom Bombadil, but because he was a gardener-type writer and just let things spread off, it just never came back.
It just never came back to it. Yeah.
And he just kept it.
Yeah, which
It's like, why didn't Tom Bombadil just take the ring then if he's this person?
Hey, this is the same reason that the Eagles did.
It also set up a good precedent, and it's a tool that dungeon masters can use. Of Tom Bombadil is this very powerful whatever he is not specified what actually he is. He just is known as a very. I do not believe so. He's like presented as like almost a dwarf humanish type character, but he's a very powerful being, if I do remember right. That's not really specified.
Oh, okay.
He didn't even want to touch the ring though, because he thought it would corrupt him. So it set a good, I think, power structure of not even this guy wants to touch the ring, and Frodo is willing.
Yeah. Well, and that's kind of the funny thing is that Frodo.
And
he didn't know what the ring was
at that point. No, because the Council of Rivendell had not happened yet.
Yeah, so even Frodo is just kind of like, yeah, this is Bilbo's magic ring, and I can turn invisible. I mean, what's the big deal?
But and our giant Lord of the Rings side tangent.
Yeah, that was.
But that's a good just plot point of like, even from a dungeon master, of if you're going to take anything away from these chapters, it's you're setting up for how powerful this or how bad this artifact is. Yeah,
you got to build up to it, and that's kind of one of the things that you can do that with artifacts. You can do that with events. You can do that with locations.
I did that a couple times with the shield before revealing it. It's Surtur. Even though to you as a player, I'm like, hey, this is what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to become this warlock and you aren't sure what your patron is yet, what about this?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to honestly like give you a patron that you're going to like, this sucks.
But yeah, but that's also a good discussion to have with players.
And try and do it away from the table for the other players don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Because if the DM and the player have a good trusting relationship, you can talk about points like that in order to make a better story and it not destroy.
And I think that's how I brought it up. Even to like, listen, this is gonna be a spoiler, but I think I need your, not to be player of deck safety here, but I think I need a little bit of your consent here to do one of the major defining parts of what you want to do with your character.
Buy-in. It's like, I need your help with this because I think I'll make a better story. And, you did not say we're going to do this. You presented as like, hey, here's an option. Here's kind of an idea. What do you think?
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Because we both discussed that this shield is going to be your patron no matter what.
Yeah.
I go, but here it is as written. It's some demon.
Yeah.
And it's very well written in the Descent to Avernus book, but
It got, yeah.
Here's my homebrew setting version of this, and I think this fits the setting better. On top of that, it brings it almost to a full circle since your first character killed this being.
Yeah, killed him. So yeah, it is kind of one of those, yeah, one of those
The
moments. Yeah.
parallels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. So no, and it worked out very, very well. So yeah, absolutely. But yeah, you can, if you want to sprinkle out a little bit of
And,
information
and
about,
I'm interested to see if you do that with certain other these wet or these weapons or these items of kind of like mini Lang Studio Legacy.
yeah, I'm gonna try to. They're not gonna be quote unquote named, but they are gonna have a little bit of history, about why they are so powerful and why they're
and
not.
and now even more metagame wise, and obviously I won't lean into this. I'll let the surprise come to the character. I am now even more interested of like if this is a your version of a 3 weapon of legacy. Why was this just sitting in this vault and
Yeah,
not being used by another person?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, why is it here and not in the hands of some
And
powerful
then
knight?
to circle back to our side tangent of like why were these and it's never I think explained with Gandalf why was this little cache of other than the ogres captured it.
Yeah, but these were super amazing weapons because even the one that Thorin got was the Goblin Cleaver. You know, like these are named weapons that were elven made and all this stuff.
But it's not explained,
Why are they in this cave as treasure?
and maybe that
From,
adds to the
yeah,
mystery of it.
and yeah, they did say that, you know, yeah, these were captured by like ogres or whatever, but it's like the this was a named weapon that Gandalf just goes, "Oh my gosh, this is this weapon." Who had it that just got taken out by 3 chump ogres that Gandalf's like, "Oh, hey, guess what?
I
Crack.
got
You're all stoned." Yeah.
we've distracted you till dawn.
Yeah, like, wait, hold on, back up. Yeah, so I'm kind of like trying to piece that together still. But for the most part, I've got everybody's ideas, you know, taken care of. Like I'm here the next session. I'm gonna lay the seeds for Ronhi's her monk one.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone who's been paying attention to Malachim knows what his is gonna be.
He already has his as well, I think. Or yeah, it's his book of corrections.
It's his book of grudges. I'm calling it his book of grudges, but yeah, his
Yeah.
book of corrections.
I mean, it could be. You could easily add your stamp to it. It's like this isn't only corrections; it's slash grudges.
Yeah, well,
And that's something.
and that's what he says is that it's either someone who has died and shouldn't have, or someone who should have died and didn't.
If as a dungeon master, you could bring that up. It's like, hey, I know this is your named book of corrections.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if this
But-
is? But what happens if this is presented to? And I know he'll just say, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Of slash. What happens if this is presented to your character? Of like, that's only half the book.
mm-hmm.
This is also the book of grudges, or this is the book of this as well, and this is
Yeah.
the second half of this is where this is. I'm taking it.
I do have an idea with his book to where, this really isn't a spoiler, but he's gonna get it, and there's gonna be some things that happen. He's like, oh, okay, cool. He's gonna use it, become comfortable with it, and then like in an adventure, people are gonna hear like a scream come from the book, and he's gonna pull it out and open it up, and there's gonna be a name like written in the book.
Hi, my name's Tom Riddle.
And yeah, but there's gonna be a name in the book, and it's written in like burning ink, and like there's smoke coming off of it and everything, and the name like burns off of the page. What the fuck was that? And I'm leading towards, you know, a storyline with that of a
figure
of, you know, plot and yada yada yada.
I'll help with your dungeon master vagueness here after experience.
Yeah, and it's going to lead down a story.
Okay.
And it's going to be maybe not necessarily where this book came from, but a reason why it exists. You know, type of a situation.
Yeah.
With Ranhi, it's going to have to do with her monk path and her monk
Yeah.
order.
I assume with Rick it has to deal with, the Rat Lord or whatever you want to call
Yep.
him in this.
Yeah, with
And then Annabelle, I you can go anywhere with that one because she hasn't. I don't think she's written you a backstory.
she is not.
It's the same thing.
It's going to be. I'm just going to focus on the Circle of Spores Druid. I'm going to focus on her class and her subclass. And if she
I
wants
mean,
to give
that's
me
what I did as well.
yeah, and if she wants to give me a backstory, I'll tack it in. But right now I'm kind of getting the framework put together. Hers is going to be an interesting one about introducing it to the party. With the campaign as how I have it plotted out, I have an idea of where it could be introduced,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm kind of iffy on it.
Is she doing? And I can't remember. Is she doing a twist with her zombie spores, or or is she going for? She's not doing. I know she's not doing the necromantic spore zombies, but she's at the same time. But she's putting some sort of flavor twist on it. I cannot remember.
And if she is, I am 100% down, but she really hasn't talked to me about it, so I don't know.
No, and judging off my experience with Vicky, unless you might get one or two conversations, most of the secondhand conversations might come from Chase of ideas she floats, but she'll honestly just sometimes forget.
Yeah, and which whatever. But yeah, I mean, but if she really wants to do something, oh yeah, I'll 100% we'll go down that path.
Speaking of which, if anyone knows a character builder for Tales of the Valiant, which I'm unable to find online, like a More Purple More Better on his Patreon, please email it to me at crazyhermitDM at gmail.com. I will more than likely take that character builder, if not pay you for one, and we'll figure something out. I have talked to Chase about it, and he's talking to like a coder, just because there's not one. There's there's a fillable PDF, which is nice, but
I'm surprised. Cola Press hasn't done.
I mean, Cold Press, from my understanding, it comes off like it's a big company, but I think
they're really not. Yeah.
I think they are only a dozen and a half people at most.
Yeah, they're a very.
A lot of their work is freelanced out under their name.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're a very small company, which again just leads to the more impressiveness of what they do.
I mean, and look, they're doing Kickstarters that reach 6 figures for expansion books onto the Tales of the Valiant.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Monster Manual, their
Monster
Vault 2, which
Monster
is
Vault 2. Yeah,
I think did over 6 figures.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and I received my. I splurged and got the fancy cover one, but I got that one.
Which you should definitely, once you get it, post it's like, look at this beautiful art and tag them in it and thank them for creating such a wonderful book.
And that's one of the things that I really wanted to. One of the reasons why I wanted to do Tales of the Valiant. One is because of the OGL stuff. 2, I just wanted to try something new, and 3, just impressed at the level of quality that such a small team can do.
For sure.
Yeah, making third-party content for as long as they did, and then making a new game to protect that content.
Just to kind of throw the shade flag out, better than the top tier selling company that controls 80% of the market, they're outdoing them.
Yep. just saying.
Yeah.
But anyway.
But you don't want to. I don't want to piss off that company because
of course not.
They'll send the Pinkertons after me.
Oh, they're not Games Workshop. That's gonna take you to court. And...
No, they'll just send gangsters.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. They'll send the disgraced FBI agents after you. But getting back on the session. That's where we ended with Rick swallowing the crystal. I intentionally ended it there because when the next session kicks in, I kind of, the group to be there, because this is going to be the official forming of the adventuring party as a as a unit.
The Svartheim Fellowship.
Yeah, exactly.
The other thing I wanted to touch on was just because we ended with me was when the Rat King kind of made his presence known before all hell broke loose, and
Yeah.
that's where they ended up. And throughout my 20, almost 17 years, here in a couple months of career of playing tabletop gaming, I've always been a forever DM.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first time, like, when I'm not able to show up because I had a baby shower to go to for my daughter, and I put family over the gaming.
Absolutely.
Even though I will admit it was not a hard choice,
Oh.
but it was definitely an awkward choice because it's the first time I've ever, it's the first time I've ever done that. Of like, hey, I can't show up to the session, but I actively encourage you guys to play without me, which is more than fine. But it was weird as heck to know that game night is happening still. And it's
you're
my
not there.
game. It is my gaming group, but I am not there for the first time ever.
In all honesty, it was a good reason.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, it was 100% good reason, and I'll take
yeah.
that choice every single time.
Yeah, as you should.
Plus, I got free food out of it, so
Even better.
yeah, you know,
Jeez.
7-layer bean dip and all that.
Ooh, even better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not to sound very egotistical.
My friends are playing D&D without me.
My friends are playing D&D without me in my homebrew
Yeah,
setting.
in my setting. With my character.
Which I don't even consider my setting anymore because now other people are running it. It's now our setting. I in my mind, and I honestly that it's our setting now. It's not just my setting because I'm not the only one that's ran in it.
Yeah, and I'm interested to see what Chase does with it in the future. You know, when eventually it comes to his campaign.
Hey, tabletop gamers. Thank you for watching this episode of the Hermit's Homebrew. We come out with new episodes every Wednesday. Remember to like, subscribe, and share with your friends as we continue to level up and grow.